Okay, today I want to show you around the admin desktop. So that's the wrench icon. You would put this on the wrench and then do your login. I've already logged in. So this is what the admin desktop looks like, and what's important about the admin desktop is it's really only built for system configuration and changes. You can't go to the admin desktop and look at images. You can't do anything in the admin desktop that would help the user. It's all for behind the scenes doing stuff for configuration. So you're pretty much working off this tree menu over here. So under monitoring you have logging. Now I don't have logging turned on for the system because it takes a lot of resources and I don't want to waste it for logging, so we don't have any logs running. But in the real world you would have logging because you need that for HIPAA compliance. Licensing. This is where I would go to monitor and manage licenses. So these are all the different license things we can do. Licenses just are access to different parts of the system. So we have access to HL7. We have access to digital dictation. So these are all the different features that we have licenses for. Licenses do expire and you have to buy new ones at some point. So that's why you would go into licensing. Interoperability is a lot of fun. Here is our dashboard. So we can see that on the dashboard everything is green. So our HL7 ADT inbound, for example, is green. Our ORU inbound is green. So these are all the different types of services and connections running on our system. I can look at particular services if I really want to dive into a service and see if it's what it's doing. So I can look at our DICOM in and see that all of these individual services underneath that particular object, they're all running. So that's good. There's a bunch of other things in here that you can do. AE titles shows all the AE titles that have connected to the system. So down to devices, workstations. These are all the different PCs or workstations that have been used to pull up images. So these ones that say default, they haven't been put into a group yet. Right? These that have names, they're in a group. And so the groups are right here. There's all the different groups. So one of the things you would do as a PACS admin is you would probably sort this list. And you would get all these defaults and then edit them and put them in a group so that they would be under the group. And you would have policies for each of those groups. Image management allows me to see how much disk space, how much storage space I've used. So right now our PACS system has 38.743 gigabytes used, and it's still got a whole terabyte of storage left. So we're not using a lot of our storage space. That's good. Imaging procedures. Under imaging procedures is where you would make procedure types and definitions. So here's all the modality types that we have built into the system. Here is the procedure definitions. So here's all the CTs. And here's all the MR exam types, all the nuke med types, all the ultrasound procedures, and then there'll be a long list of X-ray type procedures. So this is where the procedure names come from. So when you pull up a list of patients and it says the patient had XR forearm left, that's where this comes from, this table called the procedure definitions table. So under attachments, different type of attachments we could have, PDFs, order attachment, report attachments, study attachments, patient attachments that could be built in there. Reporting, because in AGFA Enterprise Imaging we don't have a separate voice recognition system, it's actually built into the PACS. This is where all of the stuff for voice recognition is set up. So here is where all the normal reports are kept. So the normal report for left hip is right here. And if I click edit, I should be able to show you. So here is a normal left hip. It matches this procedure definition. Actually matches those 3 procedure definitions. And here's the default text of the report over here. Under Enterprise, there's some cool stuff. This is where you can make users. So this is where you would put in a new user account. And you can assign them security role. And security roles have permission sets. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do. You can do the Light Directory Access Protocol Mapping, or LDAP. So that's right there. All under Enterprise. Under Workflow, we have the different task assignment rules and task groups. So here you have the system administrator group. They have certain tasks. The medical secretary group, they have certain tasks. The radiologist. So when you log in as a normal user on this left side, you'll see task groups down here. That all comes from these task assignment rules and task assignment groups. Here you have the import and export tool to send images out of PACS and import images in PACS. And last you have image display, which is where all the hanging protocols are kept. The hanging protocols are how the images are laid out. So here you have a 3x2 image layout, and this was made by a user named Jay Clouser. And here's one I made. I made a 6-up. I made that just the other day as part of the demo in the diagnostic desktop. So anything that says AGFA is a system protocol. Anything with a username was made by a user. So those are where the hang protocols are kept. And that is what you do in the admin desktop. It is used specifically for the configuration of different parts of the PACS system. Thank you for watching.